In today's video, we're in the city of Taipei and flying on a very underrated product that is Eva Air's Boeing 787. Taipei is such an amazing city and definitely underrated as a destination, much like the airline we're travelling on today. It's so easy to get to the airport on the express train, which runs roughly every 15 minutes, but it does take a whopping 50 minutes in journey time. The express train runs from Taipei Main, which is here, and then covers a distance of 26 miles to get to Taipei's international airport. So that was pretty painless. That was pretty easy. It just takes ages in the escalator, and now it's off to find the check-in. It's really quick, so much quicker than China Airlines. It took about 5 minutes in total. Pretty good. So interesting, I just found out that when you come in there are e-gates, so the queue I had to join, which took about 45 minutes, wasn't necessary. The thing is, you have to pre-register before you arrive, so you can use them on the way out, which makes it really quick, but on the way in, learn from my mistake. But now, it's off to try and find the lounge. My eyes were immediately drawn to the plant-filled lounge opposite. Sadly, it wasn't meant to be. Unfortunately, Eva's garden lounge is just beyond my reach, so I make my way to the right into what is just as lovely a business class lounge. It has some very quirky and interesting areas, as well as a wide variety of food, both local and not, and you can even get an ice cream. So far, I've only experienced the SkyTeam lounges at Charles de Gaulle and Amsterdam, and they're pretty good. Always plenty of seating, and even the fussiest foodie will find something to eat. Maybe one day I'll get to visit the garden lounge. There's a life goal, or a dream at best. And now, it's off to catch the flight. Being an airport, naturally, there's plenty of high-end shops, but I did know there was one shop which is full of plenty of goodies for those into their gaming and manga. Before boarding commences, let's have a look at today's journey. Leaving Taipei mid-morning, the journey sadly only takes 1 hour and 55 minutes, covering a modest distance of 505 miles. This special Sanrio character Boeing 777 livery caught my eye. Eva Air even has a Hello Kitty livery, but I didn't see this today. The waiting area downstairs is huge and has plenty of windows, although tinted for the sun, looking out towards today's pretty green and orange Eva Air Boeing 787-9. I have to admit, I'm pretty excited for today's flight. I nearly had a deal on this one ages ago, and unfortunately just didn't do it. I did reach out to Eva Air before flying for this one, and they very kindly allowed me to board a little earlier so I could check out the economy product and get some good photos. Economy is laid out in a very pleasant 333 configuration. With a pitch of 31 inches and a width of 17.7, this meets the industry average. The seats are really modern and they feature this very impressively large in-flight entertainment screen. As you see, economy looks pretty good. The TV's really big and there is so much space. I'd be more than happy to sit in this one. So far, I'm impressed. But what's the business class like? Laid out in a 1-2-1 configuration, with the middle seats rotating between further left or right within the cabin. As for the window seats, depending on the row, they're either close to the window or the aisle. What a beautiful product. So I've gone for seat 5A, because it's close to the window. Let's have a look at the seats. As you can see, there is so much leg room. And that's because Eva's business class was designed by BMW Design Works, not following so many others including Cathay Pacific, American and Finnair, just to name a few who've gone for the very popular Super Diamond product. This is such a good product. I think the reason for that is because it's directly facing straight on. Angled seats tend to have like a bit of a compromise, which is usually the footwell. As with privacy, the side table and being close to the window really helps. But in addition, there's a little frosted privacy divider to make it even more private. Whilst the seat pitch is the same as the Super Diamond at 81 inches, the width is improved with an additional 2 inches. At no point did my shoulders or arms feel restricted, which can't be said for certain other products. Somehow, the product feels more playful and less corporate, and that's definitely a welcome thing. Looking towards the side table, there's a universal plug socket, USB, headphone port, and some very easy to operate seat functions. There's even a massage function. And below this are some additional buttons which are pretty useful if the seat is in bed mode. A small cupboard holds the headphones, and below this is a small storage area which would happily hold your phone and passport. So let's start things off with Eva Air's signature, which also comes with a refreshing hot towel.
Welcome aboard EVA Flight 867 bound for Hong Kong International Airport. We should be ready for departure in just a few minutes. Today's flight time is 1 hour 30 minutes. Cruising altitude 40,000 feet. On behalf of the crew, thank you for choosing EVA Airways. We wish you a wonderful trip.
Eva Air's safety video is quite unique in taking a slightly James Bond Mission Impossible style.
Welcome aboard EVA Airways.
After the safety video, I was really pleased they decided not to rain despite the grey weather. Doesn't help with the takeoff recording. The menu is really festive, and I thought the ginormous strawberries on the ski slope was quite funny. Being a short flight, I was really pleased not to see sandwiches, and opted for the pan-fried chicken wrapped with serrano ham. It sounds pretty hearty. Again, for a short-haul flight, I was really impressed with the choice of beverages, both alcoholic and not. But at this point, I was just so addicted to their signature mocktail, Sonata in the Air, which is pineapple juice, Sprite, and cranberry juice. The tray table is neatly tucked away, but just bear in mind that once it's deployed, you are trapped in the seat. And here's the food, served with a side dish of slight turbulence. The meal hit all the right spots. The chicken was moist and full of flavour. The potato deliciously creamy, and the vegetables were a good match. I also loved the little nod to Christmas food with the chicken wrapped in ham. The starter, which for some reason I ate second, consisted of salad and salmon, which I would happily have again, and a small plate of extremely fresh fruit. Various breads were offered to accompany the meal, but I love that Eva and Cathay Pacific both offer garlic bread, which makes a nice change. Breaking with tradition, I opted not for my usual English tea, but for an oolong tea. Which one I can't remember, but it was refreshing if not good for the throat. And what about entertainment? Eva's new business class named Royal Laurel class features an 18-inch HD display. There's a very healthy and extensive range of both Western and Asian options. In addition, Eva's partnered with HBO Max to give additional content. I did manage to squeeze enough time out of the flight to watch the entire film A Haunting in Venice. Based on Agatha Christie's novel Halloween Party, it's worth a watch if you enjoy detective movies or ghosts. And what about the headphones? What a good brand name. Thunder. They were very comfortable, although I only had them on for 2 hours, and they gave a decent level of noise reduction. Recording myself and putting the seat into bed mode is extremely awkward, but easily done from the button on your right. This was all I could see when lying horizontally, and even with my shoes on, there was plenty of room in the footwell. Sleep is normally accompanied with darkness, and while there's no window shade, somehow on the Boeing 787, through the power of magic, there's a very clever technology which polarises them, and in doing so darkens them to make the cabin much more pleasant. It's quite amazing to watch, although it does take a minute or so to get to the darkest level. I will just say that the cabin crew were amazing, smiley, friendly and courteous. I couldn't have asked for better. The only thing left to do before we land is check out the onboard bathroom. Even the most basic Boeing 787 bathroom is pretty nice, and even enhances the experience on its short-haul routes with products from Aqua Colonia. You'll never get that in Europe. Apologies, but after my delicious meal I was having a food coma, and forgot to record the massive basket of sweets offered before landing. The lemon is really good though. This was such a beautiful product, and I'm really gonna miss it. Thanks so much. Such a good flight. Thank you. Bye-bye. So how was Eva Air? Firstly, I'm sort of comparing them to China Airlines because they're sort of slightly similar. In terms of the product, Eva is so good because you're not angled towards the window, so it doesn't cut you on the footstool for the footwell. So you get so much room in there. It was really comfortable in the flat mode, which I did manage to try. As for the food, really delicious. Could have maybe done with a little dessert on the end, some kind of chocolate or something. I know that in Asian culture, desserts are not necessarily a big thing. Rice can be served for breakfast, for example, whereas I'd probably need a scrambled egg or a sausage or a pan of chocolate or something. But I really enjoyed the food, and the fruit was so fresh and so tasty. One of the best bits was they were so friendly, and in fact, they know I like aviation, so they've given me this beautiful pack of playing cards, branded, and a pair of slippers. Even though it was a short haul flight. I'm absolutely gutted that I didn't book this a long time ago. I saw a deal from Vienna and I should have booked it, but I didn't. So in the future, definitely want to try. I'd also like to try Thai long haul as well, because I think they'll be just as good. So big thumbs up for Eva Air. Do try them.